Um, it is 10:43 right now, and I'm currently in the office. In case you haven't noticed, my hair is gone. I am buzzed again. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this video in particular. I've been pushing it off for a long time because I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna have the right words to say what I mean and say the things I want. And honestly, I'm also scared of just saying too much. And I don't want to say too much. I want to keep it brief because I think there's a power to not saying anything at all sometimes, as corny as that sounds. Also, how do my teeth look? My teeth are getting worse. And anyways, I've been avoiding this conversation with myself, and I owe it to myself to have this discussion and talk, because I think I don't know, maybe I'm worried about the accountability, and saying it will make it real, and kind of I have to give up any of the excuses I'm still holding on to and I have built in. But yeah, I'm giving myself one more chance to just try and to just chase my dreams. But yeah, I'm just giving myself one more chance to pursue the life I want to live. I'm at a point where it's like I either try one more time or I give it up. And I don't think I want to live the life where I give it up, because I hate the feeling of unfulfillment. I don't like there being time left that wasn't used properly, and I don't like the idea of not seeing the potential of it all, right? Even if I don't go anywhere, even if I try my hardest and it's just not good enough, I need to see that through. The part that scares me is not the failure, it's the pursuit of it, because I know it will happen. It's just a matter of giving up everything for it. And that's the part that scares me, is just giving up everything to pursue it. But I want to be a storyteller, and I want to have an impact on people's lives and tell stories that change their perspectives. And I just want to be passionate about creating stories from other people, from other situations, from my own situations in life. And I'm not saying this well. I want to pursue video, and I want to pursue video relentlessly to the point where I give up everything and I maybe fucking lose my mind, but I want to pursue it knowing that I pursued it as much as I could have. And I don't want there to be questions of, could I have given more? Did I use my time wisely? Because truthfully, after I ran that half marathon, I guess where this stems from is just having a more realistic understanding of time and how it's moving quickly And it's not waiting for me or for anyone, or it doesn't give a fuck if I'm in a rut or I need more time. It doesn't care. It's just gonna keep going, and and you have to make the choice whether you want to jump in the river and kind of see where it goes, or you just want to watch it pass you. And I don't want to miss my chance. Something I'm sure I've mentioned before is window of opportunity. I think everyone, when you have something you want to pursue or you're passionate about, or there's a chance you want to take, everyone has their window of opportunity to make it happen. And, all the excuses you give yourself, all the times you say you're going to and never do, you let that window of opportunity pass. And then you get to a point, and I think this is what happens in a lot of people's lives, is they let that window of opportunity leave them. And they settle into just being just living a normal, traditional life. And there's nothing wrong with that. For a lot of people, that is their goal, and that's perfectly fine. But I don't want to let that window pass. And I already have let so much of it go. I should be 1 or 2 documentaries into my career already. I should be more experienced than I am. I should be more confident in my skill set. I should be more independent in my career, and I should be more mature in my pursuit of that craft, and also mature in my pursuit of being independent as a person and as a brother and as a son, right? So much of the change in my life that has brought me good and given me opportunities like this one, like being at work right now, and this job, has come from my own desire to change and my own ability to work on myself to see that change happen. I think a hard reality is that a job doesn't invoke that change in anyone. No position, no new role, no fitting into the world and the system and being a part of that reality, which is reality, is going to change you in the sense that it's not going to make you better for you. You still have to actively discipline yourself and be cognitive of the things you want to work on for yourself to see that development. And I think I've halted a lot of that development for the sake of finding something stable and being more comfortable in my financial life and feeling more comfortable in my family environment and social environment and stuff like that. And I've given up so much of that passion to pursue being better than yesterday for the sake of that. And it's hard to see that happen. And now, having taken the step back to kind of look at myself and ask myself, how have I changed? How have I become better? And coming up with not many answers, and seeing kind of the progress backwards in a lot of ways has made me reconsider what it is that I'm actually doing today, and what did I do yesterday, and what am I going to do tomorrow. And without having the trust in myself to give answers that I feel like are pushing myself in the right direction for the things that I want, and pushing myself in a direction where I feel like I'm making progress, like I'm day after day seeing that change that I saw when I first set out to become a stable, functioning adult. Without seeing that, it's hard to justify wanting to just stay here and stay in this position that I'm in. And there's a lot of unsatisfaction that can come with that, and has come with that. There's a lot of health anxieties that have gotten the better of me, and a lot of health goals that have been neglected, and a lot of personal goals that have greatly been neglected. And being someone that's so motivated by the day-by-day steps I know I will take if given the opportunity to be independent. I guess I'm saying this in like a much more confusing way than it needs to be said, but essentially I'm someone, and I've always been this way, someone that has put a lot of stock in myself and the trust I have in myself to do the things I know that are right for me. And up until this point, it has paid a lot of dividends. It's put me in, this position, for example, like I said before, and to stop here. And the problem I'm having now is to stop here and just to already see in such a short amount of time how little I've gotten done on that path, how little progress I've made since I've decided to settle into a job and just, clock in, clock out, go to bed, do the same thing over and over again. I've lost a lot of it. I've lost a lot of that personal development, and I'm not satisfied with that. I'm not satisfied with that because I know the thing that is right for me and that is going to benefit me in the long run, and for the sake of my happiness and knowing what's going to satisfy me and fulfill me, which is the biggest thing, is fulfillment. The whole reason I'm even talking about this is because I know what will fulfill me, and what will fulfill me is my own choices, and the choices I know I need to make for myself. And I've succumbed to a lot of choices that don't really feel like mine. That I know my 22-year-old self envisioning his life and how it's going to turn out and what's going to happen would be very upset about. Doing things for the sake of making other people happy. And it's hurt me a lot. It's taken a lot of the excitement out of learning and growing. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't make me happy. I ask myself, am I happy with how I'm spending every day of my life? Am I happy with how I'm spending my time when I wake up to when I go to bed? And the answer has been no. The answer has been no. And the only person that knows what needs to be done to change that, what my day-to-day needs to look like in order for the answer to turn into a yes, is me. And it's always been me. And so the part that kills me is to make choices to make other people happy and change your life in a way that pleases and satisfies people that maybe aren't thinking ambitiously, but are thinking, for your stability and your longevity and your independence. Yeah, of course, they're making decisions on those factors, but I'm not thinking about that. To me, what I'm thinking about is, have I done anything that fulfills me? If I stepped away today, what have I done? What do I have to show for it? Nothing. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. If I know what needs to be done at every hour of every single day to change that, why am I listening to anyone else? And why am I making decisions for anyone else? Are they the ones that have to walk in my shoes every day? Wake up, look in the mirror and see myself every day. No, they're not the ones that do that. They have their own life. They have their own things they need to worry about. They aren't going to provide me the answers, and I shouldn't expect them to do that. I shouldn't expect them to know what's going to make me happy. And I shouldn't make decisions thinking that I should be making them happy, because I need to make myself happy. If I know what needs to be done every hour of every single day to change that, why would I listen to anyone else besides myself? Because of the decisions I've made to better myself, as much work as I've done to develop my skill set, to develop my maturity and my independence and my every aspect that goes into being a person and being somewhat successful has gotten me here. Now, so why would I stop? If I ignored everyone and only did what I thought I should do, how far would I get? How far could I really go? And I'm not saying anyone is to blame for my unhappiness. It's completely on me. No one's to blame for me neglecting my health. No one's to blame for me not finishing projects or not keeping promises. That's all on me. That's all 100% on me. But in order to fulfill those things and keep those promises and get back into a position where I feel like I'm growing and developing, I need to let everything and everyone go. And I need to just separate myself from everything to create that opportunity for development. I need to do the weirdly extreme thing and separate myself. Remove myself from everyone and everything. Get away from all the traditionalism that kind of spreads throughout my friends and family. Get away from the complacency that comes with, having a 9-to-5 job and the time it takes away from doing what I know I need to do. I need to remove myself from the opinions of others and my feelings and my emotions and my care. I need to give myself that space to make those decisions. So when it's time to make something that, is seriously going to change the direction I head in, I'm not swayed by outside opinions and ultimately opinions that don't have to live with the decision I'm going to make. I need to remove myself from a lot of complacency and a lot of not understanding. And that's okay. It's not anyone. That's not on anyone. It's on me. It's all on me. But it's the thing that I need to do. I need to I have to ask myself, how bad do I want it? And of course, the answer is always, I want it a lot. I want it as much as you could possibly want it. But then you have to ask yourself, well, then what are you willing to give up? And if the answer is not everything, then you don't really want it bad enough. So, um, yeah, I just need to let everything go so that I can, like, rip my heart and my chest open to the world and pour my heart on my sleeve and work. I just need to work. My head down. I need to be passionate enough about this that I'm willing to do anything to make it work. And when you have people asking you what you're doing and genuinely worried about you, like it's hard to do that, but you just can't care. And that's always been the part that's gotten to me. So, yeah. I'm on my iPad now because my phone is full on storage, so this looks really zoomed in. Why is it like so zoomed in? Anyways, where did I end off on that? I am giving myself one more chance, which is the whole point of this. I'm giving myself one more chance to chase after that, see where it takes me, and give up everything for it. I am resigning from my job. I have a month left, and then after that, it's done. And I want to keep kind of work minimally involved in this conversation because it truly it is a fantastic job, and it's an opportunity I know I'm going to miss. And it's working with a lot of really, really great people that have taught me a lot, and I'm like incredibly sweet and open to me, and me learning and being so new to the industry and stuff like that. So it is hard to let this job go because I could have easily seen myself being here for the next 5 years without even thinking about anything else. But yeah, that comes with complacency, like I said, and that scares me. But yeah, it's a great job and a lot of great people, and to say anything else about it is just, job's not the reason I'm making this decision. It's it's completely on my fear of not trying and trying as hard as I can, really doing everything to see it through. Though the stress of income is definitely going to kick in very soon. Not giving up those weekends to go out with friends. If I wanted to, I could go out every weekend and see my friends and go out for drinks, spend money, and I could have no time to do any personal work if I really wanted to. But if you're young and you want something, you gotta work for it. And that means giving up those nights out. That means giving up the time with your friends, and that's the unfortunate reality. Listen, if I could, and I hope that this is in my future, that I become successful enough that my opportunities can provide enough for my friends and I to kind of experience them together. If I could take my friends with me everywhere I go, that is a dream. That is the dream. To have that freedom to choose how often I get to see people. Whether that means I'm partly working and partly spending time with them, or they're intertwined with my work, or I don't know whatever it is, it's that's the dream. But until I get there, I have to, like I said before, step away and pull back and see my life through the way I need to see it through. And the same goes for family. It means maybe not getting that movie night with your mom or your dad, and maybe not getting the chance to go visit your brother, or maybe not going out with your sister, or maybe not going out to every single dinner that the family wants to do. It's always the hard decision to make. But I think when there's someone that is so passionate about something that they want to make it their life, and people see that, they do respect that. And for a lot of people that are like-minded, they really want to be a part of that, and kind of cultivating that community and those connections that want to be a part of that process. And hence why I post these videos at all, instead of just keeping them to myself, is because it's important to cultivate that community, because it can be very lonely to try and pursue the things you want to pursue in your dreams. It's always lonely at the start. So just having someone to listen to about it, or share their own experience regarding it. And I think that's why so many people get attached to like extremely successful people that it has worked out for, is because you don't feel so alone. You feel seen and heard. And I know for a lot of people that are goal driven, feel like you have no one to talk to, and it could feel like anyone that you even talk about your aspirations with just doesn't understand, and they look at you like, why? Just why? So yeah, I think kind of creating that environment where I'm inspiring people, and then I find people that are also inspiring me to work with, is going to be really important. But that's not going to come for a long time, and I don't expect that to come for a long time. Yeah, look at my teeth. Oh, they're all chipped. Yeah, so I'm going to be jobless in a month. It's gonna be a while until I get to touch and start creating something new, because I have a lot of favors that I've fell short on, that I need to fulfill to people that I care about. So that's gonna take me a long time, and I'm far behind where I should be, and that's the reason I'm making extreme decisions, because I'm realizing that if I keep avoiding the responsibility of my dreams and what that is asking of me, I'm never going to get there, and I'm never going to see the other side of it. If I continue to do half the job, if I continue to be half the person, if I continue to be giving half the commitment, then what will I become? Half happy, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'll be half happy. And my mom's calling me. It's 11:30. I still have work to do. I'm gonna be here all night. Yeah, one more chance. Give myself one more chance. So, I don't know. Let's see where this takes me. Yeah. I am willing to give up everything. So, hopefully I do. Yeah.